All right, everybody. Episode 2 of the Firestarter Coffee podcast. We are jumping right into it. My name is Jai. I'm the owner of Firestarter Coffee Company. I roast fresh coffee beans and ship them online. And I also, as of recently, do a farmer's market where I sell freshly brewed cold brew that I brew. I actually have some right here. Got some coffee here. And it is really good. I brew that for about a day and a half, and it comes out really nice. But yeah, it's about early afternoon. I just had lunch maybe a half hour ago. It's been a really busy morning somehow. Even though I am technically unemployed, you guys know that I lost my job about 5.5 months ago, and I've been trying my best ever since. I have applied to about 1,200, that is 1,200, a little more than that, jobs over the past 5.5 months. I've been going hard, and nothing has turned up, which has been very surprising because I have a lot of experience at this point, and I've worked for some great companies, and I always felt I was a very strong coworker, employee, someone to work with, and I've redone my resume multiple times, and I guess that's just the current state of where things are at. But honestly, thank God I have this coffee company that I decided to start about almost a year prior to when I got laid off. So I had something to fall back on, something to do, even though I don't make any money off of this. I haven't made a profit yet. It's, I'm still in the building phase. And I'm hoping to just keep pushing forward and try to grow it as much as I can. But yeah, job market has been rough. I saw a TikTok video, maybe a month ago. And this guy was like, "Oh, job market's so bad, I was forced to follow my dreams or whatever." And that's kind of how I feel. I have wanted to get back into the the workforce, like the corporate world. I've been wanting to, badly. Like I want a stable job and benefits and all that, and I've just been applying like crazy. I've done a lot of interviews. Man, it's just crazy. I've never had so much trouble finding a job, but here we are. But anyway, this is about my coffee company that I started, and I'm working hard to continue growing it, because maybe someday this can be my full-time job. I guess that's kind of the dream. Between that and music, I have an album I'm working on. Between those two things, I'm hoping that I have a couple different things that it can bring me income and can keep me busy. I'm already, even though I'm unemployed, I'm so busy. It's really wild. Like this morning, I had to go to the store, get a bunch of supplies for my for the company and for the market. And I had to go to the bank, and I had to just I worked out, and I got home. I had lunch, and I decided I need to record this podcast so it doesn't slip away from me. But yeah, I guess I wanted to start off with the job market, kind of an update there. It would be great if I could find something soon, so I don't have to rely on a company that doesn't make any money to bring me income. But we're staying positive. The other thing I was thinking about is how tired I get after lunch. I mean, honestly, I am good in the morning. Like, I hit the ground running, have coffee, multiple cups. I am mentally acute, mentally aware. I can get a lot of stuff done physically and mentally. But around afternoon, I start really slowing down. And by the time it's evening, I'm pretty much useless. And then I, go to bed. I'm exhausted. I wake up. Enter a panic about life, and then I wake up whenever 6-7 a.m. And I feel perfectly fine, and life goes on. So I don't know if you guys have ever had that, where everything's fine during the day, you fall asleep, you wake up in the middle of the night, and then everything seems like you're overthinking everything. it's like, oh, why did I say this to this person? Why? Oh, did someone think I sounded stupid whenever I did this? I'm like overthinking like tons of little things, and I'm, of course, I'm stressed about the job market and my company, and you know, everything. Is everything going to work out? But all that comes out when if I wake up in the middle of the night and then I wake up and I'm totally fine. I'm just ready to go. But because right now I feel fine. I'm having coffee. But after this, I'm probably going to slow down. I'm going to try to do some things I need to do, apply for more and more jobs, and then later tonight I will just sit in bed and play Xbox. But I don't really know where I was going with that or why I even said all that. But the other thing I have going on right now is the farmers market. I started doing that like a month ago, and I've done it every weekend except for one. We went on a camping and floating trip over in Missouri. If you guys are from anywhere around here, then you know what that's all about. You go camping, you rent a tube and you go floating and, have a couple drinks, and it's a very relaxing time. But other than that, every weekend I've been doing the market, and it has been so awesome, man. I meet so many cool people, whether it's other vendors or just customers, people who want to learn more about, even if they don't buy a cup of coffee, if they just ask questions about us. It's really cool. It really feels really good to talk to people and share the business and share what we're doing, because I'm really proud of starting this thing, and proud of what we're doing, and I hope it catches on, and more people learn about it and are excited about it. I sold maybe not a lot, but I sold a solid handful of bags of coffee, and then we always sell a pretty decent amount of cups of cold brew. Since it's super hot outside. Cold brew is really the best thing to do. So I make about 4 gallons of cold brew and sell those for about $4 a cup. Usually people will leave like $1 tip, which they do not have to. I don't expect tips, but it's great cash flow for the business, especially whenever I've been so worried about turning a profit. My operating costs are not very high. I mean, I rent a couple hours in a kitchen every week, and really I just buy materials. You got to buy bags and cups and beans and all the stuff for the market, your creamers and ice, and there's always expenses. And I'm just trying to catch up, just trying to, break even every month. But the market with that, since it's the season, I think through the rest of the summer and fall, I think I'll slowly start turning a profit, and all that time, hopefully pick up customers that order online and start subscriptions, and I'm hoping it really starts to take off. But that's been really great because it keeps me busy during the week as an unemployed boyfriend. Hopefully I don't fall into that stereotype, but I guess technically I am. But yeah, see, now I'm starting to really slow down. My two main things were I wanted to talk about the job market, and then I wanted to talk about the farmers market. The other thing that's crazy, I just shared this on TikTok, is if you live in Illinois and you start a business, you have to pay them $75 a year just to tell them that what your address is, or if it changed or not. That's literally the whole thing. You pay them $75 to tell them to fill out a 30-second form online. If you miss your due date, or you didn't know it was coming up for some reason, which I didn't know it was coming up, they charge you $100 penalty fee, which is, $100 on top of the 75. That's 133% penalty, punishment for forgetting to pay a fee. So if you live in Illinois, remember to do that on time. Personally, I have never heard of a 133% penalty for a late fee for anything. So that's just very that's interesting. But I'm, happy to pay it. It's technically, I guess it's yeah. So that's going on. I was a little, you know, I was happy about it. What else is going on? I'm trying to finish up this album. I spent about four, almost 5 years on and off working on a musical album. I know that's a long time, but there were long periods when I wasn't working on it. Life got in the way. I moved. I took a long break. I moved again. Work. I pretty much worked the entire time through that period. So trying to find the time to write and record, and ultimately I was able to find my own place here. I have a little house, so I have the privacy to record and be loud and not and know that I'm not disturbing anyone. So it's been a long road. Now I have it. It's kind of in the hands of someone else that is going to master it. I mean, I just sent them one song to do like a tester. So I'm gonna have them master it, see if I like the way it sounds, and then have them, hopefully just finish that thing off. Because I would love to get it done and get it out. I spent a lot of time on it. It was very stressful and cathartic and personal and fun, and there's just a lot of stuff in there, and I hope it catches on and resonates, because there's a lot of stuff in there, a lot of music. What else? Oh yeah, I have a friend working on the artwork for that, so we're going back and forth on that and working on that. And I'm really excited to see how that turns out. So yeah, just keeping busy, even though I'm not working. I'm unemployed, but I'm working, and I'm not necessarily getting paid for my work, which is a very peculiar place to be in at this point in my life. I was hoping for a little bit more stability, but here we are, forced to chase and follow our dreams, which is, under normal circumstances might be exciting, but currently it's just a little bit stressful. There's a lot of pressure. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Let's see. Oh, I'm waiting to get some samples of some new products for the coffee company. I have 2 different hats I designed. Both are trucker hats. One is black. Excuse me. One is black with the bright orange Firestarter Coffee Company lettering. The other one has a black back and like a camo front. And it also has the bright orange lettering. I think they look cool. And at least one of them is plain enough that I think a lot of people would like it. That and a new t-shirt. I'm waiting to receive the samples. I want to make sure they look good and feel good and they're decent quality before I put them on my website. But those are some new products that, if you're, interested in my company, you can check out when they're ready. It might be another couple weeks, maybe a week and a half. And my next coffee product, I'm hoping to have a bourbon barrel aged coffee bean. I'm trying to figure out where to source a good bourbon barrel that they use to, obviously they use to age bourbon in. I know of one place I can get it nearby. It's just a little expensive. I was talking to another guy who has a barrel, he said, so I'm kind of waiting for him to reach out. Because I don't have his contact, but he has mine. So hopefully I can get the ball rolling on that soon. Yeah, sorry, now I'm just kind of thinking about it. I would love to get a barrel and age some coffee. You only have to do it for a couple weeks, because coffee it really absorbs whatever container it's in. So that's why it's important to store it in like a solid, bag, like the ones I sell them in. It's like I don't know what material it is. It's like a hard, plasticky bag. But it doesn't doesn't transfer, its flavor. You know what I mean. But yeah, it only takes a couple weeks to age. Apparently, I've never tried it, but I'll have to try it with a few different samples. And then I want to, obviously make a label, come up with a name with it, and then sell it on the website. Maybe I can do that. Maybe I can get that done in the next couple months. I don't know. That would be a little bit of a higher price point because I have to buy the barrel and then you have to wait for it to be aged. And then you have to, go through all the work of putting a product together. It'll be a little more expensive. I don't know how much yet. It might be, I might go for low 20s, maybe per bag on those. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Let me check my notes real quick because I know I had a couple things. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much all I had for today. I think 15 minutes is good. 15, 20 minutes is a good quick little podcast. Some updates, some thoughts, some stuff that's going on, some future plans. It's crazy how busy you can be, even when you seemingly you don't have anything going on. But if you can keep yourself busy and keep yourself working on projects, it's crazy how busy you can actually be. I'm a little bit wired right now. I had so much coffee and been running errands. I could use a little chill time to decompress and settle. So I hope you guys are, if you are watching this, hope you are on your grind, but also taking the time to relax, and hope you're enjoying yourself a little bit, if it's on the weekend or in the evening. They say work hard, play hard, or whatever. That's all I have for this week. Let's see what happens this week and see what I can update you on next week. So there we go.